Hello again. I thought I would talk about the issue of identity tonight. I know it's kind of very similar to what I talked about yesterday with regarding change, but I feel like with recent things that have been going on in my life, or just hearing it from other people, identity is a very tumultuous thing going on right now. Especially for my friends or me, for example. We're both, all of us, are all getting into new parts of our lives, and that can be very scary in a way because you have to become something new. You got to get broken down as we transition, say, from high school to like college or whatever even goes on in our lives now. And, I feel like in a way it's kind of hard for me to even speak on that because, I'm young. Who knows what I'm going to be when I'm older, but all I know is that I'm here right now. And so, it's kind of interesting hearing other people's thoughts on it. I know the other day someone had told me they feel like they don't even really kind of have a identity, and it kind of resonated with me because I do feel like that sometimes, and it's very strange, especially more so now than ever. Um, Say for example with social media, a lot of it has become a lot more mainstream, so like a lot of things blow up. Say for example certain trends, fashion styles, like fast fashion, and all of a sudden we have so many people doing the same thing. It's kind of really easy to get lost in all of that and feel like you're just another version of this like idea or person or whatnot. And so I feel like a great way to start off with your identity, whatever step you are in that, is to always start with how you dress. Um, for those who know me, I'm very big into, say for example, I guess fashion is what you would call it. Not to shout anything out, but this is a local Austin band, which exists. Shout out to them if they ever watch this. But you know, for me, fashion is a great way to express my identity. I love music. I have a lot of band shirts. I got a Her shirt. Shout out to that. I bet none of y'all have that. But also, it's just a great way of representing myself. I've since this whole video is about identity, I'm always feeling different things. I'm I'm never really the same thing ever. And so that's a great way of showing it. And I feel like for those who are trying to get into it, I feel like it's not as intimidating as it may seem. I know some people always say that, or they just, no offense, but they can't really see it. But, it's always great to start small. You could always just wear baggy pants. Everyone likes those. And you just kind of move on from there. I feel like identity can be expressed a lot through visuals. Um, I know there's the don't judge a book by its cover, but honestly, that's kind of a lie. We all know that. It's just more so being polite, but you know, what you want to be is how you should show the world. And so that's one way, but I feel like another important aspect, if not the most, is who you are beneath everything. Um, a really stupid example is kind of citing American Psycho. Um, I'm sorry for citing that, but it's a perfect example of someone not being who they are, and in this instant, it's a guy who kills people in his head. And so, you kind of need to start developing like those inner thoughts, because regardless of whatever you put out, you're always going to be that person on the inside. And so, um, I don't really know what to recommend for that. I'm new to this. This is my first time being alive, so it's kind of tough for me to give advice like that. But I mean, the best way really is just to find hobbies and to like stuff. For me, I love architecture. I used to write a lot of poetry. I might restart that, or I just really, as said, I just love music. And you kind of got to build off of there. And I know it sucks to do a lot of times, but you just gotta think, what do you want to be? What, and more so, the most important is, what makes you comfortable? Does that make sense? I'm kind of hoping it does. It's kind of hard to like translate the feeling, but like, you can't be something you're not. I know that from experience. I've tried out a lot of things, and I just felt like for the most part I was just fronting something that wasn't even genuine me. And that's led me to a lot of places, a lot of strange encounters, but you know, obviously don't regret any of that. You know, it's all crucial to building yourself up, but you know, being genuine is probably the most important aspect of having an identity, because you can't be anything if you're not being genuine to yourself. You're just basically just posing as a facade, and that's never fun for anyone, and especially yourself. And I feel like another important part about your identity that you just have to accept is to roll with the punches. You know, you kind of. I like to care what people think, but there's like a certain limit to where you should like care about what people think. Like, you gotta remember, man, this is like our only life, and you just gotta live it however you want. Like, even if it's going to get you looked at or anything, you gotta be yourself. You gotta do stuff. You gotta be spontaneous. You have to put yourself in situations where you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, either like, why the hell did I do that, or why the hell did I do that? That was amazing. That was a time in my life. Being spontaneous is one of the best things you can do, and in order to do that, you just have to stop caring what other people think. You know, there's people that are always going to be after you. That's just how life goes. You're going to like people, and you're not going to like people either. You're going to be someone's villain and like their story, but that's just how it goes. And you have to like let go of that barrier. People are going to tell you stuff. I've been told stuff all the time, and that's just kind of how it goes. You can't expect to go through life without upsetting people, but you shouldn't let that stop you from what you are, and do everything that involves you on your own terms. That's the best way of saying it, you know? Um, I feel like, I don't think I've been struggling with it, but I know I need to be more genuine with myself. But, I mean, essentially, that's just how it is identity wise. And it's like a constant cycle, especially now. Um, I'm not the same person I was a year or two ago, and I'm not going to be the same person in a year or two. I might be totally different. And that's kind of the whole thing with identity. It kind of grows as you age. You're always going to be a different project. There's always going to be something going on within you. You're always going to be under construction. And hopefully it should stay like that for the rest of your life. I think one of the biggest fears I have is kind of just staying stagnant. Um, I know if I do get older, shout out to my genetics, but if I do get older, I want to keep doing stuff. I don't want to get to a point where I can't accept things and I can't see things for what they are. And I don't want to have to hold prejudice or any of that. I just want to do things, and I think it's very nice seeing older people being able to do that. They shouldn't have to be held back by their age. And honestly, that might be a good video idea. Talking about ageism. That's, yeah, I'll save that for another time. But you know, that's a big fear of mine. I don't ever want to stop doing new stuff. And you know, when it comes to life as a whole, I feel like I think Smiling Friends said it best in the first episode, where it's like Desmond, he's talking about like how life is just a continual cycle of distractions to keep you from like the realities of this life. And I think that's very true. I think that's this the point of this entire lifetime, is just to keep yourself distracted. And thankfully, having an identity and worrying about that all the time is the perfect way of being distracted. And yeah, I don't know why I'm noticing like I can make so many videos now off of all this stuff. Um, I'm really sorry. This is like so late too. This is like it's 2:23. But um, I guess on a more personal note, I need to stop saying that. Okay, I almost said it again. But it's nice being able to post again. I deleted. Well, I didn't delete, but like I unlisted. It was some other feature, but those previous two videos I had on there, on my account, I just did that to keep it away from the public because I listened to that last night. It was horrible. I apologize for anyone who viewed that, and I'll probably be saying that a few months down the line if I ever buy a microphone for this laptop and a better webcam. But, continual process. In other words, going on with my personal life, I went to Austin last night, and it was for an entire day. It was actually really nice, even though it was raining. But it's very strange to be wearing pants and a jacket in July in Texas. But, I'm appreciating it, and it's weird starting to get acclimated more and more to that city. It feels really like home, and I have so much to look forward to. I feel like being young is one of the greatest things ever, but if you are older and watching this, you're still young. You still have your whole life ahead of you. We all do. It's just how things go. It's a perspective game. You just can't tell yourself you can't do things anymore because you're older. You just gotta do shit. You always gotta be doing things. Keep on moving and whatnot. That's what I have to do. And I just hope I can keep doing that. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in my life, and this is crazy. If I do stick with this posting, I'll definitely try to keep you all updated and keep posting videos. I might try to do some every night, low key, because of how bad these videos are produced. It kind of makes it easy. I like to think I'm pushing out quality of whatever I'm complaining about and quantity of videos. Maybe it will help with the algorithm. We'll see. But I feel like I have a lot more to talk about, and strangely enough, it's kind of nice being able to post on the internet and just having people see what's going on in my life. But I think that's about all I have to say. I'll probably remember some stuff tomorrow, or I'll just throw it in the description. But for those of you watching, which are probably my friends at this point, but to anyone new watching, thank you for watching. And yeah, this is actually kind of weird now that I think about it, but yeah, I appreciate all the support and watching my video, and we'll see where this goes. But yeah, this is Radio AllSaints. Yeah, good night.